All right, happy Monday, Cottage Grove Middle School. I can't believe it's Monday morning. It's bright and early, and we're going to try something new today. Just saying hi again today. Don't worry, there's no work you have to do yet. We're going to go over a couple things on my board here. I'm sitting in my son's little rocker video game chair here. This thing's very comfortable, relaxing this morning, but I cannot believe what I see out my window. We're back to snow came last night. I think this whole being off work thing makes me not even pay attention to much. Because I had no idea we were supposed to get a nice little, what did we get, half an inch or an inch of snow out there. Looks ugly. Not happy with that. But like I said, that's the worst thing that happens this Monday. We're going to be okay. Sooner or later, it's going to get warm. I hear 60 next week. So let's get through this together. Might be another one of those days where we don't spend as much time outside as we would have if it was nicer out. But it's supposed to get a little nicer later today, allegedly. Well, we're back on Monday morning. Hope everybody's okay. Last I saw you, or I guess you saw me, my children were doing terrible things to my hair. That's why we have this nice hat on. Um, we'll wait till the end to reveal what this actually looks like now that they've finished their efforts. A couple questions to answer today. You see on my board. We're going to talk about a few things. First off, what is distance learning? I've been hearing a lot about this. Some people call it e-learning. Distance learning means basically you learn from a distance. We aren't in the same room together, unfortunately. Kind of sad. Um, More importantly, you're going to learn through Schoology. Everything we do will be filed into Schoology starting tomorrow. Now, you don't have to do any work starting tomorrow. As it says up here, the first practice lessons will start tomorrow. Uh, Teachers are being asked to try to put a lesson out tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm going to put out a lesson every day this week, not because you have to do it, not because I'm trying to overwhelm you, but I've got several students and several parents saying, our kids need something to do. It'd be nice if they had something they could work on, not hard work. We're not looking to put you into hours of pain, although some of you deserve it. We're looking to give you a few minutes of work every day. Mostly, what I'm going to try to do is give about a 5 to 15 minute lesson. I started the first one. I'm going to see how it worked out. The one for tomorrow is going to be about 10 or 15 minutes of me going through the slideshow for World War II. And during the slideshow, or sorry, at the end of the slideshow, then it just has a website for you to go to and answer a few questions. It's pretty simple, straightforward. Each day I will do something different this week in practice because I want to see how everything works. So day one, you'll get a Google Doc. That'll be Tuesday. We'll talk about rationing during World War II. You'll get a Google Doc. You'll take that Google Doc, open it, and answer some questions, submit it back to me just to practice doing it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not planning on grading anything this week. It's just going to be a check-in system to see who's able to do it. I will be reaching out. If I don't hear from you this week, I will try to send a message out to you saying, hey, just making sure you got these. Again, you are not required to do any of the assignments this week. So that's why they are practice. Let's repeat that word one more time. Practice lessons. Okay? Totally up to you. Totally something that if you're able to pull it off, outstanding. If not, we'll live through it. But it's a good practice to see how to do it. On Wednesday, we'll do a different type of lesson. I'm going to try to figure out how to do something called an ed puzzle, where you watch a video, might be a video of me, might be an actual video online, and while you watch the video, it stops it every few minutes and asks you a question. You simply answer it. It'll enter the grade into Schoology for me, telling me that you've watched it, how well you've answered a couple questions, maybe 3 or 4 questions during a video. No idea. Haven't done it yet. I've done an ed puzzle a long time ago. I've not done one through Schoology. So we'll see how that goes. Another one we'll do just like a quiz, except for it won't count as a quiz grade. Don't worry. It's just practice. Even next week when we do, if we get to distance learning, uh, next week when we practice would be simply doing a quiz would count as an assignment. If you remember, we did practice quizzes for the World War I map test and for the beginning of World War II quiz. You can do a practice quiz and it lets you repeat and repeat if you get 3 out of 5. If you don't want a D, and I hope you don't, you can go back and re-answer the questions all over again and see if you can get a better score. So just that we're just going to try a few different types of assignments just so you get a flair for it, and because I don't want this to be the same every day. Now, when we're talking about distance learning, we're going to have a schedule, believe it or not, starting next week. Um, Now, we don't know. The governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, has not declared whether schools will be back next Monday or not. So we may be surprised. We may be expected to go to school next week. Uh, I have no idea yet. I have guesses. We all have guesses, but that's all they are at this point is guessing. We're all guessing, trying to figure out what is going to happen next. And that's, as I said last week, the hardest part about all this is just not knowing what happens next. If I knew exactly how many days I'd have to teach you from home, at least I'd have an end date where I knew we'd be back together. If I knew exactly when I could go into onto business as usual and hang out with my friends, or my sixth and seventh grader could hang out with their friends. Holy cow, they haven't seen a friend since before. Well, they didn't see one last week at all. Because yeah, I'm trying to think. It's been, I guess, since the last day they were in school. Uh, the last day, a couple Fridays ago. So it's been 10 days since they've seen any of their friends. So this is tough on everybody. I know that. I know it's weird. But we're going to try to make it as unweird as possible because that's generally what I do. I'm as weird as possible, but I make things that are weird a little more, try to make things a little more manageable, a little more, well, I don't know, tolerable, I guess. So today, you understand hopefully what we're going to be doing. Distance learning next week means you will have half of your classes will have an assignment on Monday, the other half you'll get an assignment on Tuesday. Most of those assignments shouldn't be too difficult. Hopefully, they're not too painful. As I said, I will try to do like a video intro lesson, talk to you, hang out for 10 or 15 minutes, and then have another 10 or 15 minutes of work, 20 at the most. Nothing painful. And then that'll only happen 2 times a week per class starting next week. So hours 1 through 4 you would have on Monday, 5 through 8 you would have on Tuesday. Same on Thursday and Friday. The weird thing is when we get into Wednesdays. Wednesdays will be kind of a catch up and a check in day where advisory teachers and other teachers might be bugging you. They'll have the opportunity to call you or message you and just see how you're doing, especially if you're someone who isn't maybe getting the work done or maybe just we want to make sure has the technology and is getting everything they need to. We might even have from for classes, I mean, teachers will be able to have all sorts of different opportunities they do all throughout the week. I'm planning on doing this little short talk every day this week and then into the lessons next week. But I'm also going to try something new starting tomorrow. Your parents got an email, and there will be a code linked in that email that's going to let them know that they can. I'm trying to find this now because I just opened the stupid thing. There's a meeting invitation for something called Zoom. You may have heard of it. Zoom is a meeting platform. So tomorrow at 10 a.m., that's Tuesday, not Monday, Tuesday at 10 a.m., there will be a Zoom video thing. I'll be honest, I've never used it. I figured we're going to practice it, try it out tomorrow. So, any of you students who want to say hi on video to me or to your weird friends, we're going to try to see how many people we can get on the computer tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Just to say hi to one another. We'll see how it works. If it works well, I might try to do it like on a class by class basis. So, we can get first hour, second hour, third hour, fourth hour, fifth hour, sixth hour together, talk on here, maybe advisory, get talk on here. Again, not required, just something different to do. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bored. I don't like bored. Uh, I'm a teacher because I can't stand bored. And that's one other thing I want to point out. Um, this is weird for all of us and for your teachers. Believe it or not, this is really weird. I know I can only speak for myself as a teacher, but I got into this job because I like teaching. Believe it or not, I like seventh graders. I know that sounds insane. Those of you who see me interact with seventh graders on a daily basis might think I'm a little crabby at times and maybe don't like seventh graders. But to be honest, I got into this job because I like seventh graders. I want to teach seventh graders. And to not be able to do that on a regular basis is weird. It feels like summer without being able to get outside and play golf and go to baseball and soccer games for my kids. So it's like a weird summer vacation isolated in my house, just feeling smaller every day with the amount of my kids and everything else. Um, but I want you to know that I am missing you as much. I hope, or I can imagine you're missing each other. You're missing school. Um, this is a tough time for all of us, but hang in there because we're gonna try to, like I said, try to see each other, do stuff together whenever we can. In addition, um, I'm gonna stop this video quite shortly here But I have one more addition I forgot I promised. On Friday, I said I would show you the finished result of what my mean children did to me. Um, my son wanted to put lines in the side of my hair. I was going to do that until he chopped a hole in my head over there on that side while we were recording that video. That was insane. Um, Not really a hole in my head, but that really hurt. So this is what you get when you shave your head. There you go. There's bald Mr. Bauman. Um, Mr. Bauman's going to hope that this grows back by the time we get back to school. But if we're back next Monday, you're going to see bald Mr. Bauman at school. Um, so I hope that you're having as much fun as I am doing weird things. I shaved this part. I'm not shaving my beard, so we'll see how that turns out. If it looks like a normal human, I haven't gone without shaving for a while, so it's been a week or so, maybe since I've shaved. Hopefully, it'll grow out. Maybe I'll have a nice big beard to go with my hair by the time we get back to school. Behave yourselves, everybody. Hope you're taking care of yourselves. Have a good day.